Hello everyone, this is Chris with Sticker Fab, and we are with our 2021 Ford Bronco Badlands today. We have the LED tail lights on this vehicle, and as you can see, we have a new overlay installed here. And I just wanted to do a quick installation video because I want you guys to get this, install it, and get the same exact look that we have here. You can see our original tail light overlays. Technically, these are not our original because our original don't have a design in them. If you look closely, we do have a little Bigfoot / Sasquatch in there. However, this design is called our Bigfoot in the Woods. And you can see it has a cutout right there with that Bigfoot / Sasquatch and the trees right there. Let me get out the key fob real quick, open this up, and then you can see what it looks like lit up. So of course, because of the video shutter, you see the strobing effect, but in real life you won't get that, and you'll just see that silhouette right there. So let me get a few things and we can get this installed. All right, so what I've got here is a microfiber cloth, some Sticker Fab installation fluid. This is the perfect thing for installing vinyl, and you'll see why in a second if you haven't seen any of my other videos. We have our overlay, and you can tell which side this goes on because this little part goes to the outside of the vehicle. You can see right here, driver's side. I do have a heat source, and if you don't have a heat gun, you can use a hair dryer. Now, these heat guns that we sell on our website, they're 300 watts, and if you have an extension cord and the AC inverter in the back of your Bronco, you can actually hook it up to there, and it will work. We do have some vinyl adhesive remover because when we remove the original taillight overlays, they will leave a little line of adhesive, but we can remove that really quickly. All right, so it's not actually that hard to remove any overlay that you might have on here before. Just use a little bit of heat. Always check out your heat, make sure it's not too hot. You're not applying it to the vinyl for too long. We're not as worried when removing the vinyl as when we're applying. All right, so if you guys use the removal fluid that we have on our site, you want to spray and just give it a little bit of time to work its magic. Spread it out. And then you give it about 60 seconds and then you wipe down pretty firmly. What you do want to use is a paper towel with this remover. You don't really want to contaminate any cloth that you have. And if you have a lot of adhesive, it will come off kind of in chunks. And you want to use that paper towel to grab all that stuff, all that gooey mess. But if you use this on paint, you don't want to leave it on there very long. A few minutes, just enough to get all the adhesive off. And then you come back and you clean it. To clean it, I'm just going to use my Sticker Fab installation fluid since I have it readily available. And then I'm going to wet the taillight with that Sticker Fab installation fluid again, pretty much all of the application area. Make that pretty wet. Then I'm going to grab my overlay. I'm going to hold it upside down so I can grab the solid part of it. It's a little windy here. Ideal installation temperature for this is 75 to 85 degrees. It's Christmas Eve here today. And a high of 75. It's not quite 75 yet. Be careful when you pull this off. You don't want any of the trees to get stuck and tear. Definitely easier to do this in a warmer environment where the vinyl is not brittle. When it's really cold, that vinyl does become brittle. The design points inward, so the Bigfoot or Sasquatch is always pointing towards the center of the vehicle. That's another way to identify which part is which. So lay this out. It follows the contour of the tail light, and it overlaps the sides just a little bit because we want to get a little bit of coverage on the corners so it doesn't look so much like a sticker. So make sure that the overlap on this side and this side is pretty even. You want the same amount hanging off of both sides. And then you just start pushing all of this application fluid out. If you have a squeegee, you can use that, but the LED taillights kind of have this dip in the center, whereas the halogen lamps do not. So it's kind of tricky to get a squeegee in here, and it makes it a little bit trickier to get the water out, that application fluid out from behind this overlay. On all my other videos, I say you can also use soapy water as well. However, this is the perfect mixture, the Sigfab installation fluid. If you're going to use soapy water, 1 cup of water mixed with 1 drop of dish soap will pretty much do. People have used hand soap before. All right, so I've got a little bunching up here. I'm going to make sure that doesn't crease. Kind of just figure out where this vinyl wants to naturally lay. I'm going to lift this up a little bit, give this vinyl a little room to move. All right, that's better. Just be gentle with everything until we get it in place. The more water you can get out before you apply heat, the better. That will help prevent creasing. All right, now I'm going to get that heat. Test it out. Push these ends over the edge. There's going to be a lot of liquid still here. You can walk away from this install, come back, and the liquid will have dried out a little bit. Be very gentle with the heat, especially around these smaller bits. I found that the more patience you have with these installs, the better they go. The more you try to rush it, the more trouble you get into. It's not sunny here today, but if it was sunny, I'd probably have this area in the shade because the vinyl would heat up too quickly. It'd become really soft and it'd move around a whole lot and stretch. When I have my own little heat source like this heat gun or a hair dryer, I get to control how much heat is applied to the vinyl. And I only apply it to the areas that I'm working on. If you view this surface from different angles, sometimes it's easier to see where the bubbles are. The bottom takes a little while to dry out, especially because gravity pulls all of that application fluid to the bottom. And there you have it. Our installation is complete, and this side looks exactly like the other side. If there are any other designs you guys want me to come out with, me being in Florida, I was thinking that palm trees in a Bigfoot might be a little bit interesting. Just contact us on our website. It's info@stickerfab.com. Also, please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content exactly like this, and hit that bell notification icon.